Hi, I'm Mike from Mobile Beat Magazine. We're live at MBLV21 with a special guest, Austin Russell, better known as Chumlee, from the hit TV show Pawn Stars. How are you today?
I'm good. How about you?
Excellent, excellent. Thank you for joining us here at Mobile Beat. The reason we brought you in today is because we found out something awesome, that you love to DJ.
I do love to DJ, yeah.
So I'd like to start out with just a few questions about Pawn Stars. So the show has been out for 8 years, and how many episodes?
We finished filming 460 episodes.
Wow.
So we're gonna come right up on that 500 mark in the next season.
So that is amazing. So, and I'm sure you didn't think that it was going to last that long when it started, did you? Or
Well, you know, we thought it would maybe go 400. We thought it would be like 430 episodes less. So, you know, we thought we were gonna get 10 or 20 episodes. That was max.
so I have to ask. So, how much of the show is scripted, and how much is just you guys being yourselves?
There's no script.
No script.
If we had a script, then we would be actors, and then they would have to pay us royalties. So
you just make it up as you go along.
Just make it up as we go along, As the longer we do it, the easier it is.
Right.
Because, you get comfortable in front of the cameras, and then you get comfortable, with the format of the show. People bringing stuff in and us buying it and then talking about it, and, just gets easier and easier. But everything you see on the show, you can come into the shop and you can buy it. So
Right.
yeah, we just had the other day, I guess one of the episodes aired with the Keith Haring painting on it.
Yes.
And 3 days later, some guy from Japan came in and bought it.
Wow.
The painting, right there, took it back to Japan with it.
I think what's a little bit misleading is when you're watching the show on TV, the shop itself looks very, very big. But when you go in there, you see, I've been there a few times, and you realize the warehouse is big in the back of the building, but the shop itself is,
Yeah, I mean, I think the shop itself is a lot bigger than your average pawn shop. I mean,
Yeah.
it's. I don't constantly watch the show. I watch it from time to time.
Right.
But I do hear a lot that the show looks so much bigger on TV. It's just the magic of the wide angle lens.
Yeah.
You just focus on one small little area, and we're shopping, or we're doing a scene, and then you see another area, and you see another area. So I think in your mind you put together that it's this huge storefront. Although it is bigger than most other pawn shops I've been into,
Yeah.
it still is just a small building. But the warehouse is huge.
Right, we've been around to the back of the building. I love the mural that's on the back of the building, near the gate. If you haven't seen that mural, drive around the back of the building, check it out. It's really cool, trust me.
Yeah,
So-
we had that painted on the show. Actually, a good friend of mine, Human, she's an artist, and she does a lot of stuff like in LA and Portland, all over the place. She actually came down and painted that for us, and it was pretty cool.
Absolutely. So I noticed on the show, the four main characters, you each have your own personality. And that's all natural, right? That's exactly who you are?
Yeah, just be yourself. So it's pretty cool when you can work with your friends, work with your family, be yourself, and then you're on TV, and then boom, once you leave work, that's it. You can go home, and you don't have to take work home with you like all these other reality shows.
And you've been working at the shop for years, right? You started very young
Yeah,
with Cordeiro?
yeah. I mean, I think, I've been working for them since probably 2009, maybe 2010, right around there. So a long time, yeah. I mean, over a third of my life I've been at the pawn shop.
So how has being on the show helped you grow as a person, as a businessman? How has it affected your life?
I mean, it just gives you more opportunities. It puts you in the spotlight. It brings attention to you, and it's a lot less searching and a lot more vetting. So I don't have to really go out and search for as many business opportunities or as many opportunities as I would as more as they just kind of come to me and present themselves. Although I still search for opportunities, but a lot of stuff is just presented to me, and you go from there, take advantage of what's right in front of you.
Exactly, that's great advice. So, your hovercraft. How much do you love that hovercraft?
Well, that one I crashed on a few times. I like the new ones with the little wheels on it that you stand on. Yeah, that's more my style.
It's more your style.
Yeah, but no, that hovercraft was cool. But yeah, it was kind of big to be driving around the shop because the hallways are small.
Right.
The warehouse has so much stuff in it. I had to stop riding it because I crashed into the shelves a few times. So
Because
I got rid of it as soon as he could.
So how does it, and I know you've done very, very well with the merchandising, right? You're one of the more successful personalities from the show with the merchandising.
Well, yeah, I mean, just think about it. Would you rather have my face on your stomach or Rick's?
I know.
Right here, boom. Bald Rick or a beautiful, sexy Chumlee?
Well, I got to be honest. She actually has a Chumlee shirt, my daughter, and then I have a Chumlee for President sticker on my locker at my office. So yeah.
No, I always say people come down to the shop to talk to Rick about something they have that's cool, but everyone always comes down and they want to take a picture with me or meet me or say hi or this and that. So everyone has a great place in the shop and on the show, but you know, we all are looked upon differently from our fans.
Great. So moving on to DJing. So found out that you love to DJ. You've done a couple of appearances, a couple of events. So please tell me about how you like to DJ, who's influenced you, inspired you. We want to know it all.
I just have fun DJing. It's a good time. It's my way to give back to the music community. DJs like Eric Deluxe, Justin Credible, Jesse Marcos, and you know, Joel Deadmau5. So I mean, there's a lot of different DJs that inspire me, but you know, it's mostly like I like to spin hip hop. So you know, a lot of DJs that can mix back and forth between hip hop and house and you know, top 40.
Top 40.
Yeah. So those are more of the DJs that inspired me, just from you know, being around out in Vegas and meeting them and you know, having good experiences with them.
Yeah, this is definitely a hotbed of famous DJs, of really, you know, guys really know what they're doing out there.
Yes, yeah. It is. This is where they all come.
So what type of equipment do you use? What are you used to using?
I use CDJs, and then, you know, at home QSC speakers, and really that's it. Just, you know, simple.
On the program, do you use virtual or Serato or?
I use Serato, and I never really used Scratch. I never got into Scratch because, you know, by the time I was starting, Serato was just coming out, and I was like, well, why learn Scratch? I'm just gonna have to relearn Serato in, you know, 4 or 5 years. So, although it's the same thing, you know, you just go to Scratch and do it, but it was just, you know, industry's moving towards Serato. Eventually, you might not even be able to use, you know, Scratch on
Right. So Serato, I think, is really started to surpass Virtual DJ. It's a preferred program for a lot of guys, and Pioneer's program, Record Box, is very, very popular with some of their controllers.
Yeah.
So I also heard that you had volunteered, if the Raiders come to town, you would do all the Raider events for free.
All the Raider events for free. That's right. Yeah. So come on, Raiders.
Come on, Raiders. It's your way of giving back to the community.
It's my way of giving back to the community. So
as a side note, just totally off subject, but I also heard that there is an owner of an adult club who offered to give all the team members free lap dances if the Raiders came in as well.
I think I heard something about that. Yeah, I think I heard something about that.
Now, would you be the DJ for that if they?
No, probably not. I think they have their own DJ. That's a different kind of DJ.
Not your element at all, right?
No, you know, I mean, I'm surpassed all those days, so I like to stay at home and play Pokemon now.
So where would you like to go with your DJing? Where, you know, what do you see in the future for yourself as a DJ? What type of events would you like to do?
You know, right now I just like to get out there and make people dance and enjoy the night and say, oh wow, that was fun, the music that was played was great, you know, depending on the crowd, maybe, you know, maybe I'm playing new hits for a young crowd, or maybe I'm playing for a little bit older of a crowd, and they say, oh, I remember when that song came out, and you know, I used to dance to it when I was, you know, first going out, and this and that. So obviously I just like to keep progressing and, you know, only get better and better. So I've had to take a few months off actually, because I had surgery for carpal tunnel on this hand, and then I had surgery for carpal tunnel on this hand. So this hand is still numb. I just had it, so probably like another month or so I'll be able to
get back into it.
Put everything back and start going again, because it's really hard when you can't feel your fingers. So get that touchdown and everything. Like it's not even worth it.
So you DJ'd at the Ghost Bar.
Yes.
And I watched some video clips. Yeah. There was some video clips of that, and the set looked really good. It looked like it was a hot night. I mean, how much did you really enjoy that? How did it feel?
Oh yeah, I loved the Ghost Bar. The Ghost Bar is cool because I mean, it's smaller, it's more intimate. You know, it's like a nightclub lounge kind of thing. It was in the daytime too, so It was cool. I mean, they do some like weird stuff where they bring platters of cheeseburgers out and like everyone's taking cheeseburgers and they got neon stuff going everywhere. But it's up top, the top of the palms, and you know the windows are open, the sunlight's coming in, so it's like it's a little different. It's cool.
Right.
Different vibe you're doing in the daytime. You know, almost like a pool party, but you're not outside. You're in the air conditioning. And it's a lot smaller.
It still looked like it was pumping in there.
Oh yeah, it was a lot of people in there for sure. We had a lot of fun. I mean, it still holds, you know, a few 100,000 people, something like that. But yeah.
So if you could DJ in any one of the clubs here on the Strip or any place in the Valley, where would you like to DJ? Hakkasan?
There's only one place, Hakkasan.
Hakkasan.
Yeah,
right.
I know all those guys
right?
really
It's gotta
good.
be.
a lot of the people at Hakkasan are good friends of mine. So
Great.
But you know, I go to Hakkasan. Well, I like to go hang out at Hakkasan sometimes because that's where a lot of my DJ friends will actually DJ in like the living room and stuff. Excuse me, and things like that. So that's where I like to go watch other DJs perform and pick up a few tricks.
Yeah, it's definitely like a mecca for DJs that want to get into the club scene and really want to be big. So just moving on. So it really seems like there's this weird thing with DJs that they're into sneakers. DJ AM had over like 500 pairs of sneakers, and I've heard you've got what, almost 300, 200?
I have a lot less now, but I probably had close to 500 at one point as well.
Close to 500 pairs.
Yeah, I actually have the DJ AMs.
You do?
I do. I actually have the DJ AMs. I remember when they came out. Actually, I got mine from Sweet 160. It's basically just a red and black dunk with patent leather on it, and it says DJ AM with this little logo and the lightning bolt. Kind of like the AC/DC logo.
So on the show, you are the expert on sneakers, pinball machines, right?
I mean, if we can use the term expert lightly. Sneakers, yes, but I mean, I do know about sneakers. I spent a long time collecting. I haven't really been collecting sneakers over the past couple years, but I mean, I still have tons of sneakers. You can see I wore my New Balances today. I was gonna wear some other stuff for the interview, but I didn't feel like lacing anything up. I have Nike SBs. I love SBs. I have Nike SBs from 2002 that have never been worn. That's the first year SB came out, and before they even put SB on the tongue. And Nike SB, I don't know. That's just skateboard. That's what the SB stands for, skateboarding shoe.
So you are the expert.
I grew up as a skater, so when Nike SB came out, it was a big deal. Before that, we just had, Etnies and Vans and stuff like that. Now we had Nikes, In the old days, they used to take the dunks and just cut them off around here so that you could skate in them. But, now Nike has a whole multi-million-dollar skateboarding section.
So when I was a kid, the only thing we tried not to get was any shoes from Kmart or Buster Brown, and we were happy as kids, and didn't have all the Nike and all the fancy. I think when I was in high school, I had a pair of British Knights, a pair of BKs. Those things, I thought it was all bad back in like '84, I
got a couple pair of BKs actually.
Things are awesome. So if you could, as a businessman, right, and you're very successful in several different areas with business. What are some of the lessons you've learned? What are some of the advice or inspiration you could give to people in the DJ community?
I mean, you gotta brand yourself. You gotta make yourself known. I mean, you look at all the big DJs, or the majority of the big DJs are known for something. They have some, not necessarily like some type of gimmick. A lot of them do have gimmicks and they're known for that. But you have to brand yourself as a person and just set yourself aside, whether it's the mouse head that Joel wears, or whether it's the type of music that Tiesto plays, and and your music itself sets you aside from everyone else. So I mean, you just have to brand yourself and try to set yourself aside from every other DJ, because there's a lot of DJs in the world. There's a lot of DJs, especially here in Las Vegas. You just practice, and make sure that I've started playing poker, so I kind of use this motto: you have to practice more than you play. So same thing goes for with business and DJing. You have to build yourself more than you're out there playing your sets and doing your stuff. You have to build your brand and practice, and meet people and grow. So that's a lot. That's just as important, if not more important, than being skilled on the turntables, because I can go pick out 100 DJs that are more skilled than these top level DJs. But these top level DJs have enough skill, and they're people person, and they get they get their business growing faster. So they
made
grow
all the
faster,
right
they
moves
develop
and,
faster.
yeah.
Skill is probably 50% of it, and you have to have that other 50% business-wise. You have to be able to grow, because without the connections, especially in a town like Las Vegas where everything is built on connections, it almost doesn't matter.
Here.
Because DJs, once you get up there and you're so good, there's not much difference between this tier and that tier, so you got to be able to set yourself aside and have the right connections.
Awesome. Well, hey, I want to thank you for taking the time to come visit us here at Mobile B. Greatly appreciate it. And I'm going to ask you one more time. Can I get a whip and a nay-nay?
You got to show me out first.
All right, you got a whip like this, ready to go. You got a whip, and then you got a nay-nay.
You got a nay-nay.
And you can do the dab. Yeah, whip, and the nay-nay. How about the dab?
Let's see you do it. I'm going to see you do it.
Well, all right, you ready? Watch me whip. Now watch me nay-nay. Yes, that's a wrap. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.